Welcome back, viewers, to the full race replays here for the penultimate round of the 2025 season at Three Sisters Race Circuit in Wigan. You join us in this video for the second race of the day. This is lightweight race 1, and in the one-shot qualifying, Barry Lakes has put it on pole position with a scintillating 1 minute 2.5. He's the only driver to get down into the 1 minute 2s. Joining him on the front row of the grid is fellow track local Janae Jones, who did very well in the one-shot qualifying. And he's starting on row 2, we have Matthew Clark and Salvador Newman.
We are green here at Three Sisters for the second race of the day. This is the lightweight race one, so I apologise for saying that it was going to be our heavyweights that were taking Alpha Lights on that one. But Barry Lakes leads the way off of the first corner, 6 tenths per second ahead of Janae Jones, 1 second ahead of Salvador Newman. And we've got Janae Jones in third position now. 1 second back to Salvador Newman. Then it's Callum Bendelow, followed by Jake Saunders. Phil Beckett, Adam Gudgeon, Josh Wynn and Jamie Chase are your top 10. We'll see what happens when they make their way back round. 9 minutes 20 left in the race. They make their way into the final corner. It seems to be that the mid-pack are the ones that are battling along. It's that kind of midfield that's the interesting battle at the moment. Barry Lakes looks like he's relatively comfortable at the top of the field at the moment as he crosses the line. And it is indeed Barry Lakes, fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 3.7. Matthew Clark, Salvador Newman in third position. And it's that midfield, Callum Bendelow involved in this battle. Big movers in that first lap as well. Jake Saunders down 8 positions. 5 positions gained for Lewis Blench. Jamie Chase is up 3 as well into 7th position. Barry Lakes though leading the way very, very comfortably as we've got spinners at the first corner. I didn't see what happened there. Looks like it's a takeout, so I think there'll be a penalty applied in that case. Battle for second position as well as Salvador Newman tries to get himself ahead around the outside of Matthew Clark. No doing there for him just yet as they stay side by side into the final corner now. Looks like there isn't going to be a change of position there, and Matthew Clark stays in second, or does he? Because Salvador goes down the inside line into the final corner again. Just that inside line becomes a little bit faster. You have to be very, very careful. So as they get themselves across the line, it's Matthew Clark in second position, Salvador Newman third, Lewis Blench, Janae Jones your top 5 as we've got a spinner off at the first corner. Someone stuck in the grass. He's going to jump out of his car. He's not allowed to do that, and he needs to get himself back going again very quickly, because that could be a red flag if he didn't get back in quickly enough. Absolutely beached that driver. I don't know who it is that's there. He's going to have to get back in it very, very quickly, because this could at the very least be a full course yellow. Marshall is helping him. So still in the lead of the race is Barry Lakes. Onto for second position, looks like Matthew Clark has held on to it. Salvador Newman drops a spot, I believe. As that driver has got back going again. So I'll let you know who went off when I get the opportunity to. So Barry Lakes comes across the line. Second position, Matthew Clark. Salvador Newman down from third. Jamie Chase with a new suit as well. It's up into third spot. Salvador Newman drops to 4th. 6 minutes still to run in this race, and my suspicion was that it was Janae Jones that got taken out, and it is. He's down 10 spots on that last lap. You're listening in at Three Sisters on the EKS Mixler. Reminder, if you're leaving the circuit at any point in the next couple of hours or so, you can find us on the Mixler website. So you can listen in to what's going on while you're in the car. Fastest lap of the race goes to Lewis Blench actually at the moment. We've got the leaders just coming back around the final corner. Janae Jones almost an entire lap down now, and I didn't hear conclusive evidence whether it was a takeout or a simple bumper pass. Jamie Chase has climbed into second position as well, by the way, so he's got past Matthew Clark on this lap. Matthew Clark had an absolutely horrendous lap, relatively speaking. He's fallen down into 7th position, so from 2nd all the way down into 7th, Matthew Clark. Josh Wynn up into, or down into 6th. Callum Bendelow's up 2 spots into 5th position. And Callum will be hoping as well that he can win the championship here today. It does look like that is very, very much in his favour. Barry Lakes then 1 minute 2.3, fastest lap of the race last time by. He's absolutely flying. 4.8 seconds the gap to Jamie Sherman-Chase. What has otherwise been a relatively subdued race here, but Jamie Sherman-Chase under a little bit of pressure from Lewis Blench into the final corner. Lewis Blench figures something out. He has a little poke up the inside line, can't quite find a way through. So Sherman-Chase stays in 2nd position for the time being. And he is going very quickly as well, but Lewis Blench going even quicker. It's the first drive of the day into the 1 minute 1, so the track definitely drying up a little bit. I'd say getting faster is probably the word rather than drying up. It is, it's a bit of a stretch to say it's drying. But Lewis Blench, 3rd position, fastest man on the circuit. Can he get past Jamie Sherman-Chase is the question as they make their way down the back straights. Callum Bendelow up to 4th as well. He's just overtaken Salvador Newman on that last lap. It looks like Jamie Sherman-Chase still holding on to that spot, but Lewis Blench very, very close to getting back to him. So we've got 5.5 seconds to the leader. Jamie Sherman-Chase has been overtaken on this lap, I believe. That's him going into the final corner, so Lewis Blench using that superior pace to get past. As we saw earlier, once you're in that slipstream, you can absolutely fly around the circuit, so it wouldn't surprise me if Jamie Sherman-Chase actually goes faster in the next sort of minute or so. He's now right behind Lewis Blench, who hasn't really flown away, and actually Jamie Sherman-Chase has just re-overtaken him. So Sherman-Chase back into 2nd position. They're yo-yoing those two. Barry Lakes pretty happy at the lead of the race though, because even though Lewis Blench should give 0.2 of a second faster than on that previous lap, it's not really actually a match on the previous lap, excuse me. 3 minutes still to go, so the gap definitely not coming down. That's for certain, as Jamie Sherman-Chase has regained 2nd position into turn number 5. So they now go through 6 into the final corner. Jamie Sherman-Chase just parking that car on the wet line through the final corner. A big looping hairpin here at Three Sisters. Barry Lakes crosses the line. He's probably got 3 more laps to go. So he crosses the line next time. We're on to his penultimate lap of the race. Very quick into the first corner. Matthew Clark almost got it all wrong. He's very close to the grass on the outside line. Obviously the drive's going very, very deep into turn 1 as there's a bit of contact as well further behind as 2 of the midfield runners getting involved in that. I think that was Phil Beckett getting past Jake Saunders. Lewis Blench down into 3rd, but still the fastest man on the track. 2 minutes to go means last lap won't be out this time, but next time instead. Barry Lakes 2 more tours to complete. He goes through the final corner now. Remember, you follow along on Alpha Timing. Hugh Morrison's having a bit of a battle as well. He's quite far down the order, but he's fighting with Reece Dunn by the looks of things. Barry Lakes crosses the line. So last lap will be out this time round. Jamie Sherman-Chase holding on ahead of Lewis Blench, but barely holding on. Callum Bendelow is catching them. Sherman-Chase was a 10th of a second slower on that previous lap, so he's currently holding up Lewis Blench. 15 seconds to go, and Barry Lakes making his way down the back straight, ready to start his final tour of the track. Anyway, race 1 coming up very shortly, remember. Into the race 2, so the heavyweights are ready to go. Into the final corner goes Barry Lakes. He's got 1 more lap to go. Same for Jamie Sherman-Chase, who's now defending from Lewis Blench. into the first corner. Can Jamie Chase hold on to this one? He's doing a fairly good job of it so far, and on that last lap he was a tenth of a second faster, but they're side by side into turn number 2. A little bit of oversteer for Jamie Chase gives Lewis Blench a look, and he goes around the outside into turn number 4. Can he get through? He can. So Jamie Chase loses second position on the final lap. They'll now loop around onto the back straight for the final time in this race, and Jamie Chase, the time is running out for him to get back past final corner. Is going to be his opportunity, you'd think, as they go now into that turn number 5. And Barry Lakes is coming up to lap Hugh Morrison, so he's about to take the checkered flag. He goes into the final corner. I think he will make it fairly easy for him to get past. So round the final corner goes Barry Lakes to take victory here inside of the first lightweight race. Barry Lakes is the winner. Right now it's Lewis Blench on pole position for the next race and into second spot. Jamie Chase's resistance dies a little bit towards the end of the race. And it's Lewis Blench in second position. He will be your pole sitter for the next one. Callum Bendelow comes home in a very strong 4th position. Josh Wynn, Salvador Newman and Chris Phillips, your top 8. It then goes Joel Metcalf, Phil Beckett, your top 10. So we're joined with Barry Lakes for the benefit of those watching on the YouTube. Barry, talk us through that race.
Yeah, it was pretty chill, to be honest. Managed to get a good start. Got in the lead pretty much from turn 1 and just stayed there. And took it nice and steady and didn't want to, kind of come off or whatever. So I'll take it a bit steady and just enjoy it.
Absolutely, and it really was probably the most dominant performance we've seen so far today. I don't think anyone else has had quite that much. I'd say, I'm not going to say luck, but it's definitely the.
I'll take that.
Definitely the best. How are you feeling ahead of race 2?
Well, I think I'm second on the grid in race 2, so alongside Lewis, and then we've got Jamie Chase and Callum Mendelow behind, so it's pretty much the top 4 in the championship, top 4 on the grid, which means it's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, stay out of trouble.
Definitely, we'll keep an eye out for that then. Thank you very much, Barry.
No
we'll
worries.
Speak to you again soon.
Thank you.